Hey, what's up, everybody? Guess what time it is?
I don't know. What time is it, Ryan?
Well, it's a little after 10:45, but it's walkthrough Wednesday
And
time.
Here we are. We're bringing you the best and the worst and everything in between.
That's right.
Where are we today, by the way?
We are in historic Marysville, literally the historic section.
Yes. Where some of the buildings are, I guess some of these are built in the 1800s.
Well, that one,
aren't they?
yeah, 1880. We just walked by that one. And
There's some older buildings.
Yes, this beautiful house building, I guess, of the 1880s. All these other ones are. Do you know what year this one is, Randy? This brick one here?
This one over here. Well, that's the subject of our discussion today.
It is, but what year was it built?
I believe it was 1925.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah, it's not quite as old as you might think it is, but yeah. So,
1925.
Yeah, so we're not gonna be able to walk through the whole building today. We're gonna walk through the downstairs, but I'll tell you what. Before we get to that, why don't we talk a little bit about what happened with this thing?
Let's do that. All right. So
we're back again.
There we are.
A little outside. Yeah. Gosh, there's a lot of moving parts on this thing.
Yeah.
I'll give you the history behind this one. You guys, you're out there, investors, you own property and so forth. This one had a mixture of things going on it. We have a for sale by owner.
Okay.
Okay. We have a seller financing.
All right. That's for sale by owner, seller financing.
Okay. We have a vacant lot.
Vacant lot.
Okay. We also have a 1031 exchange.
1030. Whoa, getting some technicalities on this one.
I know. It's like it's stuff funny. It's like, what are you guys talking about? 1031 exchange. I'll just give you the brief overview of that. Sometimes you out there in investor land, you can have a property. It goes up in value, and you say, something, I need to sell that property. Maybe I don't want that property anymore. And what happens is you go to sell it, and if you follow the normal frame of mind, you get slammed with taxes.
Capital gains
Taxes on your profit that you made. But the IRS actually has some accommodations for you folks. Something called a 1031 exchange.
1031 exchange.
And how a 1031 exchange works is that you're essentially trying to find a like-kind property or properties. I stress properties, meaning if you can possibly sell one property and exchange it for multiple properties.
This is like the ultimate leverage technique.
It is. It's a monopoly game.
Totally is.
To keep moving, or
you get
believe
the
it or not,
four small greenhouses for one big red one.
But you can go the other direction too. You
Sure,
can
you
take
can.
the one big red one and get multiple.
That's right.
Small green ones. So this one here was triggered. Me purchasing this home here was triggered by a property I had over in a community over in the Lodi Stockton area called Woodbridge, out there in the wine country, and it was a single family home. In this particular single family home I own. I've been married a couple times, divorced a couple times.
Oh my God.
Anyway, so there we
It's
go.
a normal Dr. Phil show.
Yeah, I know. No, we're not going to Dr. Phil land here, Ryan. But what the deal was, this particular home, my first wife and I had a number of properties. I think I purchased the home for $297,000.
Okay.
And this could have fallen under the 2-year 5 rule thing, where you hold on to it for a total of 2, and you can walk away with capital gains up to $250,000.
So if you have a house for 5 years is the window. If you lived in the house for 2 of the 5 years,
24 months out of 60 months.
That's right. No capital gains at all.
But as your personal residence. So what happened was, though, I owned this home for such a long period of time, turned it into a rental, that I fell outside of that 2-year out of 5-year window, and all of a sudden became a capital gain event. And then what happens is you have depreciation, we get recaptured, and all these crazy things that happen. And so, but I also had a line of credit on that house.
Wow.
Okay, and I used that line of credit to buy other properties. So there wasn't a whole bunch of equity left over from the sale.
Makes sense.
The long and short was, I had to find approximately, I had to go find $525,000 worth of properties for my 1031 exchange.
And this is where I met Randy, right about this time.
Just about this time.
And I'm like, Randy, your back's against the wall. I got a couple of properties I think I'm going to sell to you.
So in essentially what happened was...
Not this one, though.
I sold that home over in Woodbridge for $525,000, and I needed, this is how 1031 exchange works now, I need to find replacement properties within a certain time frame. And so, yes, my back was up against the wall.
Yeah.
And so how it turned out was I was able to buy a total, I believe, of, 5 properties altogether.
I believe
for about a grand total of $25,000.
That's amazing. $25,000.
$25,000 to buy 500.
Five properties.
Yes, I bought.
Average $5,000 a property.
Yeah, how can you make that happen?
In Northern California, what's going on here?
I know. How can you make that happen? Well, I bought 2 homes. So
Stick with me, kid, and I'll show you how.
It was total. I believe it was 4 properties I bought. Yeah, 4.
4 properties. Okay.
Yeah, I had 2 properties I bought with no money down. I had one property I bought with $1,000 down, and then this property behind us, this is the one that took the most, and I think I came into this one with $15,000.
I remember you saying that. That's right.
Yeah, and I think they wanted $283,000 for it. The seller gave me a great note on it.
Awesome.
And let's talk about that. You know, the sign was out front. It said for sale by owner. There's nothing crazy going on there or anything. He's like, he likes to finance his properties.
I do too.
And so, but here's a note.
Yeah.
And I think the note in term was like 6 years at an interest rate of maybe 5%.
It's a pretty good deal.
It was a fantastic deal.
Great
And interest
deal.
only.
Okay.
So my payments are coming at $1,337.50 a month on it, plus taxes, insurance, all that, which I have to pay out of pocket. But I was able to acquire a property almost $300,000 for $15,000. Without ever going to the bank.
I mean, that's like 5% down almost.
Yeah, and I didn't even
a
run
little
a
less
full
than that.
credit report. I just gave him kind of a summary credit report. He looked at it and end the story.
Sweet, man.
Yeah, so anyway, what's going to go on, and we're going to go walk around the side of it. We're going to show you the lot. It's a very classic looking building. Right now I have there's 2 upstairs units. This is a mixed use building. It's commercial and residential. There's 2 units upstairs, and then there's residential units and 2 commercial units downstairs. Right now I have the 2 residential units upstairs are rented to actually one family. They're using both sides of the property.
Nice.
And they worked out great. It's great for them. They're very, very happy with this area. And then I have some commercial space, which I haven't fully utilized. We'll see that space, but we're going to walk around the outside of it.
So
and
wait,
take a look.
the people upstairs are paying for your monthly expense. Holding
Yeah,
costs.
they're $1,500 a month. They're taking care of my interest only payment. If I were to rent the downstairs unit, then that's where the gravy
It's all
comes
profit,
in.
yeah.
And I just haven't gotten to that point yet. I need to do that. So
Awesome, man.
anyway, so let's go.
Hang on, before we do that, one thing I wanted to point out here is that
Sure, go for it.
so if you're out looking for properties, you know, maybe you don't want to buy these properties, but you're just like, hey, I want to go help Ryan and Randy. I want to go help Randy and Ryan, however you want to say that. You know, I want to go help these guys buy more property, and I love watching their walkthrough Wednesdays. Maybe they'll like give a shout out to me or whatever. You found this house just by driving around, and you saw a little sign in the window that said for sale by owner.
Yeah, he had one. There was one sign in the front of it.
Okay.
There's a sign on the vacant lot. It said for sale by owner.
See, it's really just that easy. For sale by owner. Like, you know what? Shoot us this information. Like, hey, I found this house. It's for sale by owner. I don't know what's going to happen of it. Again, if it's a brand new, fixed up, beautiful, beautiful home and it's a for sale by owner, chances are we're probably not going to want that house.
Right.
Because they're going to want top
This one
dollar.
worked out well,
This
and-
one, as you see, it needs some work. And it's a for sale by owner. Those are our sweet spots.
Yeah, and the other thing is the question I asked him. Do you think you can provide some seller financing? He says, I'd love to do seller financing notes. Imagine that. You
Yeah.
ask the question, and the seller like responds with,
I would
yes,
love
I'd love
that.
to do those.
Yeah.
I'd love to, you know, and and he said, oh, and by the way, I have additional funds. If you know anything else that like I can throw my money at, he even offered that to me.
So
this is all from a conversation.
Well, how about you finance this for me then? Yeah. Wait,
Yeah,
he did.
Yeah, he did. It was all good. So
All right, we'll
it
take a
worked out really
look.
cool. So yeah, that's just something. Ryan and I touched on this a little bit. You know, when you guys see those signs, that is a question you can ask. You know, can you provide financing?
Yeah,
on
would you
it?
do seller financing?
Simple question.
A portion or all of it? Who knows? You never know.
You know
This guy
until you ask
said,
the question.
I love you, Randy. I'll do it.
Anyway, so
All right.
let's go check it out.
And this building here, like it's across the street from the beautiful church here, old historical church. I didn't know this place until, I don't know, a couple of years ago. Oh, we
So
got
anyway, we're going to be checking this building out here. I'm playing like tour guide here right now.
Welcome to downtown Marysville.
Well, we got something. I wish I could collect royalties in this area. You know,
Yeah.
Like why would you be collecting royalties? This is like the popular wall for photo shoots.
You know what, Randy? When I first moved to town, before I met you, so we do family photos every fall. This was the first place we came, was right here, and all of my kids. I had, next time you come to my house, I'll point it out. But we have family photos hanging up of us against this backdrop here. This is
I come
this is
cruising
our
by
wall,
here.
man.
I'm in downtown Marysville, and sure enough, I see somebody like whatever. It's
It's
Stern or
the
Happy or
coolest
whatever.
wall, dude.
Yeah, no,
it
it's
is
got a
so
great-
cool. In
it's got a
fact,
great look
you
to
don't
it.
know this story, but let me tell you this story.
Okay, I'm listening.
So we're here with my kids, right?
Yeah.
And the lady, she's like, I asked her, "Go, who owns this
You mean
building?"
the photographer?
The photographer, yeah. I go, "Who owns this building? This is a cool building." She's like, "I really don't know." My kids, I have 5 of them.
Right.
At the time, we only had 4. They're playing with this door, and at the time, this ivy was all the way around the entire thing, and they're playing with this door, and they're just like being kids, just playing with it, having fun. And the photographer goes, "Hey, get away from there! there's a mean guy who lives here. He'll come out and he'll yell at you.
Oh.
Now you know who I'm talking about.
I know who you're talking about. He was the tenant. He was the legacy, we call him legacy tenant that I got with the building. I had to evict him. That was one of the hassles of this property.
Yes.
But anyway,
so funny story, because they told us
funny.
to get off the fence because he's a mean guy and he's going to come out and yell at us.
So, well, kind of the lay of the land here is this building. I'm trying to remember, I think this building's about 4,000 square foot altogether.
It's a big building.
2,000 up, 2,000 down. But what I'd like to point out is we're going to keep walking along here. It's got this kind of cool look here with the, is this ivy or whatever plant that is there? It's not quite ivy, I guess. But if we come over to this area over here, this is the lot I'm talking about. So I have a couple vehicles here. Two of these are actually from another house I purchased. I had to store them somewhere. So.
Well, I know the Dodge came from a house that I sold you. The Ford,
also,
I don't know where that one came from.
You got a Toyota Camry.
Oh, that's here too. Oh, from the same house. Got it. You haven't sold those yet, man?
Yeah, I'm a little slow doing that.
All right, I won't beat you up on
anyway,
that.
so we have this this vacant lot that came with the property, which is kind of cool. So that worked out good.
Yeah.
I haven't really done anything with it. It's zoned multi-residential.
Just like this
I
guy.
believe it had a very similar structure as this one we're seeing over there. I'm not sure how many units are in here. I don't know if it's a fourplex or what it is, but so eventually I could build on this. I could, you know, with the commercial space, I could make this a parking lot, perhaps a restaurant down there. Yeah, I mean, it's very useful. It's all off-street parking.
And you like to cook, and of course, according to your profile game that you played, you have the tendency to be a chef.
You know, there we go. So. Anyway, I can't remember the size. I think it's about a standard city lot size, like 0.15 or something like that.
Okay.
Not tremendously huge, but still not too many properties down here. Any commercial area. Really, you know, an older historic district have accessibility as a lot. So it's a big plus. So.
What if you were to do that, like the charge parking?
Well, they probably want me to pave it at the very least.
Well, yeah, pave it and just put like a little meter here. You know, maybe have a guy up there that just charges them by the hour of the daily lot use. You know, I mean, you get some money out of it, get some use.
Well, this is the way I looked at it. There's our church is probably what 11.
Yes.
Is it 11 o'clock right now?
It is 11 o'clock.
11 o'clock.
Well, I don't know. 11:04 by my watch.
Well, hey, the Catholic Church is off a little bit on their time, but anyway, you know, when I bought it, I think I paid about $283 for the property. I think that's what I said. But you have to back out the lot, so it gave me what the purchase price was for the other part. And at the time I bought this, I figured the lot's maybe worth 50 or 60. So essentially, I got the main structure for about $2 1/4. So that was a pretty good deal, I thought.
That's a great deal.
With the seller financing, with the low down payment, interest-only loan, you know, it was a win, and it took care of my 1031 problem. Because if I didn't get this property here, I probably would have been stuck paying another $50,000 or $60,000 in taxes.
Ouch.
Yeah, so that's kind of how that rolled out. So anyway, but here, let's go ahead and just kind of walk around here. I'm going to show you guys the downstairs commercial unit. And while we're doing that, Ryan, why don't you tell them about what we're looking for?
Well, we're looking for all kinds of properties. Really?
Oh, but what about some of the team players we're looking for?
Yeah, we're looking for people that want to be out there. Well, we're looking for a lot of stuff, really. We're looking for people that have money. Let me turn this around. So if you have money that you want to invest and you're looking for a secure return and secure investment or have it be collateralized by the investment, we're looking for that as well. We're looking for people that have access to properties that have maybe some kind of distress that want to sell, or you're out driving around looking for deals, or you want to get involved yourself. We're looking for that as well. So there's a lot of ways you guys can play with Randy and I. We are looking to grow and to expand in other markets. We're looking for people that want to join our team, get trained up on what we are looking for, and get paid on these particular deals that we have. So, I mean, there's a plenty of opportunity, guys. There's a plethora of opportunities. In fact, some of the best opportunities are right in your own backyard with people you already know and like and trust, and they know and like and trust you. And, I mean, I just literally walked up to the gym this morning, and this guy goes, hey, don't you buy houses? I've seen you around. Don't you buy houses? I said, yeah, I buy ugly houses and I make them pretty again, and I sell or finance them to some people. But he goes, I got a great house for you. And he tells me exactly where it's at, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is a house that Randy and I have been
trying to work out for quite some time now.
Quite some time. But anyway, yeah, there's people that you know in your life know of someone who's in a distressed situation that you can help out. So we love to help those kind of people out.
Well, moving back over to this house here.
Let's go ahead and turn this back
We have a
around.
little construction work going on here.
Oh my gosh. So this is
Yeah.
new since last time I was in here.
Well, what happened was there's quite a bit of dry rot damage in the house or the property.
Oh, I remember
And
you saying
so
that.
we,
That's
yeah, we
right.
pulled a permit on it. Actually, the whole upstairs, we had to rebuild the whole section up there.
Mm.
And then this whole wall is jacked up. So we're still need to finish that up. It's one of our things to do here.
Cool.
But,
Now I love this old Zinsco. Look at that baby.
yeah, I know. It's a beauty, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so anyway, so this thing is not quite ready for prime time, but there was a beauty salon that was in here. I'll have to walk it back here. And interesting enough, this little area here, I don't know if it's going to show up in the video or not, but that little door can be taken out and access to the unit next door.
Yeah, where the guy was
And,
living at.
Yeah, where the guy was
The
living.
mean old man.
Well, the mean old man, interesting enough, that was commercial space and he should have never been in there to begin with.
Yeah,
so that
there you
was
go.
like some of the hassles as part of this property. There was a...
Can I wash my hair real quick?
Sure, Ren. All of your hair. Why don't I wash mine while I'm at it too, okay? This actually was a beauty salon that was in here. And right now we're just using a little bit of a storage and so forth. So
You know, you said something. I'm still like trying to kick this one around here. You said I could turn this into a restaurant and have this be a parking lot for the restaurant.
I don't know. You never know what might be happening in the future.
I know.
One of the things that's going to be happening in here, this whole wall is brick.
Oh.
So we're actually going to be tearing all this when we do get to that point one day. All this here is going to be torn off. And there'll be a beautiful brick wall that's on the
That'd be
backside
really,
of it.
really cool.
Yeah, so it's going to have a super, super nice look. Very, very rustic.
I like that
When that's
a lot.
completed, yeah, it's going to look outstanding. So it's actually got very, very classic. It has a certain look to it. You know, it's actually a beautiful building.
It really
So
is. It's very.
Just needs some help and so forth.
I like the rustic look. Maybe that should be the name of the restaurant. It should be called the Rustic.
The rustic.
Yeah.
There
only,
you go.
Only open at night, so it's like expensive dinners and you only have like maybe 4 or 5 tables. And you charge $100 a plate.
So you know, let's kind of recap on this story. What's going on with this property again? Remember, I mentioned we had the I'm gonna put this in my pocket here so I don't do jingle jangle here. We had the 1031 exchange.
That's right.
So this property actually saved me quite a bit of taxes, and it arrived at the right time. We had seller financing. Was able to identify the property from the sign out front.
For sale by owner.
For sale by owner.
Yep.
We had an additional bonus deal of the lot being added into the deal. There's some value in there. I can't tell you exactly what it is. It could be extremely valuable for the right person, like myself, or a minimal value. You could possibly sell it off too.
Yeah, you could.
And sell it off and maybe fund another deal with it. Because I mean, you know, I think it's probably about somewhere between $50,000 to $70,000 for that lot. So it's not an inconsequential, you know, a minimal amount of money. It actually is a pretty decent lot, location and so forth. So anyway, it worked out well for me. I haven't, is your battery running low, Ryan?
No, I thought I saw like a cobweb on my lens.
Oh, maybe it's a ghost in here.
Yeah, maybe there is. A little
Anyway, so.
vapor
But,
apparatus.
2 residential units upstairs, 2 commercial units downstairs. I haven't brought this to life down here yet. I actually went, interesting enough, Ryan, I thought
Yeah.
about selling a half share in the building.
Well, we talked about that.
I know,
Yeah.
and you said, "Oh, Randy, I don't want to do that."
I did. I bailed on you.
You bailed, but you know, for the right person out there, hey, you guys can contact me. I, you know, can get you in for a good price on this thing and get a half share in this building. Maybe someone wants to have a business down in Marysville. It's better than paying a crazy, you know, paying a lease to someone.
What a great opportunity that would be. They come in, they pay you like what, $100,000?
Did I say half share?
Yeah.
Yeah. Does that mean? Do you know what that means, Ryan? Do you understand that for a viewing audience out there?
I do understand what that
Yeah, it's like, you know, it goes on the MLS, and we don't do a lot of half shares around here, but like in vacation areas like Lake Tahoe and stuff where a family has a vacation home, they say, you know something, let's go ahead and sell half the share in this, and then another family buys and they buy it together. And a total stranger, it doesn't have to be
Would
a
you
friend
want to
or
be
something.
cashed out completely, or would you be willing to sell or finance that half share? Or it just depends?
Well, it just depends what the deal and how that
See,
deal's
there's
work.
a
So.
lot of opportunity there.
Yeah,
isn't
so
there?
it could be a great deal for someone, especially if someone's have a, you know, some kind of a beauty shop or something down here.
Yeah.
Or, you know, plug and play. So, and I imagine if this thing is taken out, this can be a very, very cool looking building. So,
I think so.
well, Ryan, walk through Wednesday.
Well, Randy, how they get a hold of you if they want to do a
Yeah,
half
give me
share
a call.
or
You know,
do a deal?
you text me or call me 530-812-5143. That's 530-812-5143. Ryan's probably going to share this with you again. You know, we're looking for some partners, some people to help us, and we really want to create a family here. That's what this is about. I find great rewards by working with other folks, and we're just not looking for random people. You know, you need to have what it takes, and we'll get that figured out. But the first step, you need to reach out and contact us. I'm going to take this from Ryan here. I'm going to flip this around, and he's going to tell us all about what he's got going on.
So what do I got going on? I got a lot going on, but guys, I want to remind you, you're just one deal away from changing your entire financial
And this is the
future.
question I always ask, Ryan. How many deals?
Just one.
Just one. Okay.
I mean, what if it was this one? What if you came in and you bought a half share into this, and it was a business that you built up, and then you turned around and you sold it, and you came in for very little money? I mean, just think of the possibilities. That's the beautiful thing about real estate, is the only limitation really is your own creativity. Randy saw this house with a for sale by owner. I don't know how many countless people drove by and just didn't do
what's
anything
very
with
interesting,
it.
Ryan?
Yeah.
I had other people that said, I kept driving by and never called.
Jeez, I mean,
isn't that crazy?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
And so just all it takes is just that little creativity. And maybe you're just starting off and you don't have that creativity. You're like, I don't know what to think about. Well, that's where Randy and I come in. We're looking, like he said, to build a family, to build a team, to help you guys out. And this is what we're really looking to do, is to grow and to expand into markets where we're not in right now, where we can go ahead and help you guys out. Because again, it just takes that one deal. And when you do that one deal, you get the taste for this business. You want to do more. So reach out to us. You can contact me. You'll find me. Obviously, the videos are hosted on my name page here. So that's all you got to do is message me, and we'll reach back out and we'll help you all out. Hey, and then next time we'll just see you on our next walkthrough Wednesday.
We'll see you next Wednesday. Peace, guys. See you next week.
And then it goes like this. Goodbye.